So is Bloodseeker actually a counter to Phantom Assassin? Let me explain as we witness Yatoro going against a Phantom Assassin in this high rank game. So in this game, we are not only going to focus on a Bloodseeker versus PA fight, but we'll also come to learn how Bloodseeker is the current meta and how is it being played right now. And so just for a quick note, Bloodseeker is currently known as a magic carry hero. And the current popular meta for this hero is the Radiance. But enough of that, and let's see how Yatoro plays this hero. And so for the laning stage, he's going against a Dawnbreaker and a Nyx, and immediately you can see that he uses his Blood Right to secure the ranged creep. And you can see the same concept as well, as Yatoro uses his Blood Right to secure the ranged creep and harass the enemy at the same time, forcing the Dawnbreaker to be low on HP and be on guard from then on. But it was then 5 minutes night time, and you can see Dawnbreaker actually went on aggressive on the Bloodseeker, and he uses the Blood Right to try to secure the creeps and to get more HP, but they actually fortified their creeps. And that is when the master plan was revealed, as two supports actually came by to gank him. And you can see how the Phoenix actually TP in a bit late to try to get the return kill. So after his death, he actually TP back into lane and finished his phase boots and got his level 6. And of course with level 6 comes the Rupture as well, and that's where he wants to use it as he goes to the top lane to hunt the PA down. And here is actually one of the unfortunate moments where he actually wanted to teleport to mid to use his Rupture, but you can see that the enemy actually have their own combo in mind. And that death was actually pretty bad for him, as he actually used his TP scroll just as he died, so when he spawned he has to farm the medium camp near his bottom tower. And so as he farms his way to the top lane, that's where he sees a team fight happening down there. And of course, as a Bloodseeker with Rupture available, he wants to join the team fight for at least an assist. But the moment he joined the team fight, the fight was already over. But just when the thing is over, the Nyx and the Dawnbreaker actually came in with the same exact combo, killing him again. And as you can see, this is not going to be an easy game for Yatoro on the Bloodseeker. And so 15 minutes in, you can see Yatoro has a Sacred Relic and still hasn't completed his Radiance yet. So at this point of the game, it's actually a pretty late Radiance. And of course, the moment he got his Radiance, Bloodseeker can actually farm the Ancient Camp efficiently. As you can see that he casts Blood Rage on himself to further enhance the damage on the Radiance and his right click, and he also gets back his HP after he kills them. And so this is where you must take advantage of the Ancient Camp to further boost your farm. And so after farming the Ancient Camp, the natural course was to play towards his teammate, and that's where he actually got comboed. And this is where you actually say that it was just a bait for your teammate. So how does he actually end up owning this game? Well, you can see that he actually started picking off supports one by one, and he took advantage of the opportunity on jumping the enemy under his own wards. And also you can see that every time he has Rupture, he will play nearby his teammates in order to make impact in a game. And you can see that at the moment PA died, he can use Rupture on anyone else, as the best target is already dead. And after killing his most hated enemy on the Nyx, it's time to chase down the other heroes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
Because there are so many deaths in this game for the Bloodseeker, this is not a snowball game, and that's why he has to join team fight in the mid game even though he haven't completed his BKB yet. And this action ultimately cost him the fight.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
And so after completing his BKB, this is where you can see why Bloodseeker actually counters PA. They actually got into a bad start of the fight, as the Slaughter actually died first. And the Magnus actually did a huge decision by actually RPing the PA and skewering him back into the egg and into the vision of the tier 2 tower. Not only that, they even ruptured into a lasso on the PA, which made him unable to move the whole time. And it doesn't even matter if he has a BKB or not. And he also uses his BKB to chase down the Lestrak support to secure the kill. But then again, he ended up dying to the storm the moment his BKB worn out. He even off his Radiance to ensure that the Nyx Carapace would kill him by stunning him. And so 5 minutes later, the Nyx actually made a solo kill on a Bat Rider. And the Nyx was so annoying that he actually had to rupture and commit BKB to kill him, even though it was a very awkward situation for him. The Nyx even healed himself to buy more time, and it was actually pretty good for the enemy team. as the Bloodseeker ultimately committed his Rupture and BKB just for support, making him an easy target the moment his BKB went down, and he couldn't even support the Magnus from his RP. And just when you thought the combo was over, it will strike you when you least expect it. Immediately when he spawned, his teammate actually planned an ambush on the top tier 1 tower. They actually forced this fight as it was easy to predict the enemy movement after they got the Aegis. And of course it wasn't an easy fight as the enemy has big spells of their own. But the Magnus actually did a huge 3-man RP, and together with his Radiance Agonyms and tier 3 item, the magic burn damage was actually pretty painful.
Monster kill! You blew it!
As he ended up kiting the enemy and actually got a storm kill as he ran out of mana already. But that's not all, they even got the final boss kill on the PA, which landed them a huge net worth. And so 40 minutes in, it's time to penetrate the high ground, and you can see that they used Lasso and actually attempted to use the Magnus Skewer to force them outside the base. And also at this point, Yatoro even finishes his refresher and he already has a level 25 talent, which allows him to get 2 Rupture charges. So after completing that BKB on the high ground, the Lasher actually brought back and they decide to go back as a team and play together in the jungle. But the big fight actually starts here, as you can see that Yatoro always gets his classic double damage rune. And this is where you must pay close attention to the map, as you can see the Storm Spirit actually suddenly disappear under the vision. And knowing this, the Radiant actually position themselves knowing that a big fight is going to start. And so while having the information advantage, you can see that Yatoro actually ruptured the Nyx first, as he was a pretty annoying hero to deal with all the stuns and his Dagon magic damage. And he also uses his second rupture on the Phantom Assassin, making him unable to move around and cause damage without dying himself. And you can see that he actually uses this opportunity to kill the enemies who are clumped up trying to protect the Phantom Assassin. Once again, round 2 for high ground, you can see that Magnus started the fight with a skill on the PA, and the PA actually used Satanic and managed to heal back his HP from the creeps. And the whole Radiant actually wanted to burst down the PA, but the Dawnbreaker heal actually saved him just in time for him to last the whole team fight while the Storm Spirit was dealing damage at the back lines. And the Dai actually did a great job by keeping the PA alive. And that's why high ground is actually pretty tough. But it's not over yet, as the enemy actually has the same problem as well, as they challenge the high ground on the Radiant top side, and you can see that Magnus actually started the fight by skewering the PA into the base. The Storm actually tried to stop the Bloodseeker, but he already popped his BKB and refresher for the second rupture on the PA. As you can see that the whole Radiant was just trying to take down the PA as a first hero, while the Dyer was constantly putting Lotus Orb on him to prevent the rupture or any single target spell like a Lasso as well, just to take out the Aegis. But this time the Aegis wasn't as scary as the PA already used his BKB, and all the Bloodseeker had to do was just press R rupture on him, and you can see how PA was having a hard time running around, as the Dawnbreaker was also using his ult trying to save his team by keeping them alive. And the Magnus also made a big play by skewering the PA while he had rupture on him, killing him on the spot. And that was it, as it was time to clear the rest of the hero, as they actually managed to turn this around.